Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So we got something to talk about, and this is about Joe Biden's recent sexual allegations that were brought against him by Tara Reid. If you guys don't know, Tara Reid is the person who broke out her silence and spoke up about her past interaction with Joe Biden, where him he sexually assaulted her back when Tara Reid used to be a staffer for her in the 90s. And this has obviously been one of the main topics all over the internet, especially on Twitter. Um, but obviously, there are, none of the mainstream media picked it up. Some websites here and there that talk about news, like Yahoo News, picked it up, Box picked it up, but almost nobody wanted to judge it. And obviously, there's a reason why. We're talking about Joe Biden, the presumptive Democratic nominee, who now the media is trying to push towards the general. And this sexual allegation is a big deal because, come on, like a lot of people were going very hard against Donald Trump, and he's 20 accusations of sexual allegations and whatnot. And even we got the famous quote, "I grab him by the P," which everyone was fucking went crazy in 2016. But besides that, this is the reason why I brought this up is because we just found out that the Joe Biden's team or his campaign have been donating to the organization that Tara Reid reached out to speak up against Joe Biden and break her silence about her sexual allegation or the sexual incident that he had with Joe Biden. And this organization obviously was the same organization that was in charge of the Times Up movement. If you guys don't know, it's almost like the Me Too movement. It was a big deal. There were people like to jail, like Weinstein. I think it was a movie producer that recently went to jail, and I'm sure you guys know this story. Anyways, this organization have been getting briberies or a certain amount of money from the Joe Biden campaign to keep silence about this story and to keep Tara Reid from exposing Joe Biden. Let's move into this information that I wanted to show you guys. If you guys see here, Jack Allison on Twitter shares in January, Tara Reid goes to Time's Up, represented by SKD Knickerbocker, and is told that they refused to fund her allegation against Joe Biden. A few weeks later, Anita Dunn, a SKDK partner, is elevated to the top of the Biden campaign, and SKDK paid $800,000 by the Pente. So the search campaign SKDK was paid $800,000 by the Biden campaign when one of their partners from the organization stopped the accusation from even reaching mainstream media or anyone to know about it. And obviously, this is a huge hypocrisy from the movement itself or anything, because a lot of people were like, were very angry, and they were very enthusiastic about putting women in a place where they could share their stories if they ever had encountered any kind of sexual allegation, no, sexual encounters with when it was someone in a position of power or something like that at their workplace. So this was a way for a woman to come out and say something, and obviously they were gonna hold those people accountable. And the Times Up movement was that, and Tara Reid brought this story to them, and one of their partners said, "Hey, we're gonna kill this. We're not gonna do anything." And then that same partner, who is Anita Dunn, then was elevated by the Joe Biden campaign to, he says right here, Joe Biden shakes up campaign Joe Biden shakes up campaign leadership, elevating Anita Dunn. This is after where he was coming in fourth place. So Mrs. Dunn, who worked in the on the Obama White House, is taking on the new role as Mr. Biden seeks a reset after the disappointing fourth place finish in Iowa. So Anita Dunn is the SKDK partner, the one person who stopped the story from coming from to mainstream media, or even to for anyone to know about it. Was elevated by the Joe Biden campaign after she stopped it, and then the Joe Biden campaign donated $800,000 in different amounts, different times, to the same organization so they could basically keep quiet. You see, this is what happened as Biden presidential run persisted. Reid began to reconsider staying quiet to obtain legal assistance and to manage what she guessed what she guessed will be a serious backlash for her accusations. Reid reached out to the Time's Up organization in January 2020. Time's Up was created in the wake of the Me Too movement to help survivors tell their stories. So here, that's what I just read. I'm sorry, I keep changing the screen on you guys. My hotkeys are a little bit off. And this is the amounts that Joe Biden received. Biden for president donated to the certain campaign. It's a little bit blurry. Maybe this one has a better screenshot of it. As you see, let me move myself from. See right there. So the Biden for president, as you see right there on the screen. Yeah, something put there. Okay. So the Biden for president donated directly and different dates, as you see right here, different amounts of money to such organization. For example, in February 27 of 2020, they donated about $250,000. And then they began to roll in with more checks: 173, 25,000, 130,000, 218, and so on and so on and so on, until the last check was, one of the first checks. They've been donated since 2019. I think this is when around the time where Tara Reid reached out the Time's Up movement about the story, and this is when they automatically began donating a certain amount of checks to the organization: 58,000, 10,000, 7,000, 218,000, 130, 25, 173, and 257,000, all from the Biden for President campaign, as you see right here. Which is, to be honest, not shocking, because this is something that obviously they would do to keep quiet, and it's disgusting to know this, to know that they would, that people that's supposed to protect you or help you out, to give you some strength to speak up about your certain situation. In this case, Reid's situation about her sexual encounter with Joe Biden. It's sad to know that these people did that to her just to help out someone like Joe Biden. And it's disgusting because Joe Biden's campaign also hired Weinstein. Can you say his name? Weinstein? Okay, I can't even say his name. But they hired their legal team to assess the Joe Biden campaign to see what they could do if anything like this will come out there. And obviously they done a good job controlling the damage that could cause to the campaign. Obviously, there's no media outlet, mainstream media outlet, that is talking about this sexual accusation towards Joe Biden, and it's completely disgusting. And to me, it boggles my mind because there's a lot of people that are making the argument that, so what if he raped someone? He's still the nominee. We still gotta vote for him because it's either him or Donald Trump. I was like, do we have to have that choice right now? The Democratic race it's not over. It's not over. As you see, I think there's still a lot of delegates to be picked up. Obviously, we're in this huge COVID-19 pandemic going on, especially in the United States, getting very out of control. The cases are rapidly growing, and obviously everything is just being halted. We can't even get out from our homes and our apartments, but in the midst of all of this, this things comes out. No one wants to talk about it, especially mainstream media, and it just helps Joe Biden, as you see. But best believe that Donald Trump is gonna bring it up. Donald Trump is gonna bring it up. Fox News is gonna bring it up, and the reason why they haven't brought this up right now is because they know they don't want Bernie Sanders to get the nomination, or they don't want to help Bernie Sanders because they know, like, damn, right now Joe Biden is looking really good. What I mean by that is that this guy is, as a candidate, as a presidential candidate, is so weak, not just in the policy based issues, but also in the way that he's representing himself out there to get votes or to get some kind of popularity, right? Biden obviously also suffers from some kind of cognitive issues. Maybe he's going senile. He cannot get his thought together. He cannot even make thoughtful arguments together. He can put them together, as you see in most of the interviews. And then this accusation comes out, and I think he's done. That's why right now a lot of Democrats, or there are rumors that they're looking for for someone else to replace Joe Biden and take his place, which will be fucking crazy, because the obvious person who should take out Joe Biden's place should be Bernie Sanders, and that's it. But it sucks that obviously this is happening to Tara Reid, and this what Joe Biden's team is doing it. But this is the Democrats. This is what establishment Democrats do, not the voters. Talking about the establishment, people on top. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. I'm sure they want the Democrats to lose because they rather have Donald Trump for another 4 years than Bernie Sanders.